Good morning, good morning. In these episodes, we're helping you to farm Pacifica, Extended, and Paradex in the most efficient way possible. We've done over $240,000 in volume over the last 24 hours. Let's look a little bit at the data because we had some volatility in the market that definitely made us hurt a bit on the cost per million. But I think we've made some changes to protect ourselves against volatility like this going forward. So let's jump in and look at the data today. So as we can see on Pacifica, in the last 24 hours, we've done $56,000 in volume and we've done 505 fills. This means that our orders are getting filled quite well. I would like to see this one increase slightly. Right now, we're getting a little bit of toxic fills and a little bit of adverse selection. But we're going to make some changes to the bot to try and improve this. We can see that due to the volatility in the last 24 hours, this is really this time, midday yesterday or early afternoon yesterday, there was some volatility on BTC, and we can see that we definitely took a bit of a punishment for that. We had a cost per million in volume at $333, which is above our goal of 160. However, we can see that after the market calmed down a bit, we can see that since midnight, we've done 15,000 in volumes. We've done quite decent fills, and the cost per million has dropped severely. So we've gotten it down now to $44 per 1 million in volume, which is chef's kiss. Let's have a quick look at the volatility I'm talking about that hurt us. So it's really this range since roughly 2 p.m. yesterday to 9 p.m. That volatility really hurt us. So what we're doing to protect ourselves against that on Pacifica is that we've increased the spread by 1. So we've gone from a 9 spread to 10 spread. I should have had the volatility filter on. I did not have that, so that is my bad. I would definitely recommend putting the volatility filters on. It's going to help a little bit to protect against situations like what we saw yesterday. I also decreased the order refresh rate from 15 to 10, and the inventory skew, I brought it down, way down from 50 to 5, and I also shortened the hedge trigger from 0.4 to 0.3. All of these, the inventory skew and the hedge trigger, is essentially just to help protect against volatility as well as the volatility filter. The increase of the spread is going to help me hopefully get a little bit more fills, as well as the decrease of the order refresh rate should hopefully get a little bit more volume. So order refresh rate, decreasing it is hopefully going to help me get a bit more volume. Hopefully the increase in spread is going to help me improve the P&L a little bit, and then the inventory skew and the hedge trigger and the volatility filter is hopefully going to help protect me against a little bit of market situations like what we saw yesterday. All right, let's jump in and look at Extended, because we can see the same trend here, right? Extended is not doing as well as Pacifica. So we can see that the cost per million was slightly higher. It was at 384 during the last 24 hours, but we can see the same, that it has improved over the last 12 hours or since midnight. It's come down to 181 per million. It's doing about 300% worse than Pacifica. So Pacifica is really where I want to be right now because it's producing the absolute best results. But we can see that it's quite decent fills, it's quite decent volume, but ideally we need to get that cost per million down slightly. So we've done some changes on the extended one as well. We've increased the spread from 4 to 5. And we have decreased the hedge trigger. I've also turned on the volatility filter, and we've decreased the hedge from 0.6 to 0.4 to have a little bit more of a protection. And hopefully the wider spread from 4 to 5 is going to help us get a bit more fills, a bit better cost per million, and hopefully with the hedge decrease, we're going to be a bit more protected against volatility as well. And then we can take a quick look at Paradex. Paradex is the one that I'm currently a little bit confused by. We can see that it's doing great volume, And over the last 24 hours, it had $83 per 1 million of volume. So not as good as Pacifica, slightly better than extended. But the worrying thing is that we can see that it hasn't really recuperated since yesterday. Now we're a little bit in a better market regime. We can see that both on extended and Pacifica, we're seeing a way better cost per million in the last 12 hours or since midnight, but we're not seeing that on Paradex. On Paradex, I might need to jump in and make some changes, potentially shortening the spread slightly. But I'm going to let it run because, I need to do a bit more of an analysis on Paradex to get a better understanding of what's happening. But currently, my focus and my hope is on Pacifica because Pacifica is definitely doing the best. And then extended Paradex, I need to do a bit more of an analysis on. But those are the results for the last 24 hours. Feel free to steal the bot configurations on Pacifica. Is looking great. On extended, it's looking so and so. On Paradex, we have the workhorse. I'm going to leave that one pretty much as is. I might increase the spread slightly, but that's the only changes that I think I will make to it. Until Monday, I hope you have a great weekend. All the best.